What is the proper age to begin yoga?
Yeah, there's actually no proper age at all. You know, there's yoga for kids as well. And I know so many people at their 70s and stuff that they actually just start yoga even, or they've been doing it all along the way. So there's no proper age. To answer your question briefly, there's no proper age for yoga.
Why should somebody choose to do yoga?
Because this is home, yeah? This is where you live in.
Our body.
And yeah, our body, you're born into it, and then you grow into it, and at some point, and you move in it, and at some point, it starts asking things from you. Like wants you to move it in a proper way. You go do sports, yeah? You run in a gym, and then your mind is running as well. I don't know how many kilometers an hour it runs, but you're running. So you're basically stressing your nervous system all the time, even when you're moving. Because your mind is somewhere and your body is somewhere else. And that's exactly the point of yoga, to integrate these two. Your mind and your body synchronized, moving at the same time, or still at the same time. So, and which brings awareness, yeah? So the main point of yoga is awareness, actually, bodily awareness or mind awareness. You become aware that you actually have thoughts that are running through your mind all day long, non-stop.
Chaotic sometimes.
Not sometimes, all the time. It's like a city in the mind, you know, boom, boom, non-stop running. And you only feel your body when you have a headache, when you have a stomachache. You know, it gives you a signal, and then you're like, oh, I have to do something. Most people come to yoga with a problem. But there are also people that are not very tranquil in their minds, and they feel like, you know, there are different motivations behind this, but it just gives something different to everyone. Like whatever you want to take from yoga, you can take, because it integrates the person.
What is the difference between yoga and Pilates? Because the movements are almost the same. You keep your body staying in one position a longer time. Yeah. Why you do this, and what is the difference between those?
Yeah, the main difference is actually the essence is different. Yeah, and you work with the breath, breathing in yoga. So you synchronize your moves with the breathing, and you work with awareness, conscious. You're trying to be conscious. That's why you also hold them long, just to be conscious of what your foot is doing, what your arm is doing. So which brings you into your body fully.
So you focus and you coordinate very well the breathing, the movements, and
exactly. But after a while, you let go of this focus. Your body and your mind integrate. Then you don't have to focus. It just works in harmony by itself. That's what we want. We don't want to control all the time. We want to be in it so that it moves in harmony.
I observed, this is my example.
Yeah.
When I came first day to yoga, I made some movements, and I realized that I have muscles which I didn't know I have. I had joints which I didn't know they exist, because they begin to hurt me in a good way. Let's say I realized that I have.
You use it or you lose it, right?
Exactly.
That's exactly the thing. Like there are joints that stabilize. The more you grow up, you grow up, and little by little the joints stabilize unless you use them. And then yoga is such a system. It's such a systematic way of moving, that it really works with the deeper tissues of the body, the connective tissues, the joints that hardly any sports activate. And it works, and you work with them so consciously, because there is a chance that you can hurt yourself working that deep. But you work with your breath, you work so consciously that you stay away from injuries, but you penetrate into the deeper levels, emotional levels and physical levels of your body.
It's a combination also with meditation sometimes, because you simply have moments when you don't move yourself, but your body is working still, and your mind is working in the
well,
same
meditation, I don't know. I think there are misunderstandings about meditation, but yoga is meditation by itself. It's being conscious, aware of what's actually happening inside your mind. So it's not really about trying to silence it, suppress it all the time. It's really about noticing what's actually happening.
To be a witness of your mind.
Exactly. And once
an
you
outsider
are,
in that moment.
Yeah, and actually just the opposite, an outsider, but fully integrated. Once you are a fully outsider or you are witnessing it, you actually integrate. Like there is this moment of stillness, and that's when yoga or meditation occurs actually.
This brings great balance. This is what I noticed.
That's balance. Yeah.
It's like, for instance, my life is very energetic and moving all the time, my mind running all the time. When you do yoga, it's the moment when you
just
feel
step
the
back.
equilibrium.
Like you step back and you just see, oh, who am I? You know, or what's happening inside this home that I live in all the time. Oh, at every moment.
The movements we do here make us move in our real life smoothly.
Exactly.
It's simply.
It brings grace. Exactly. It brings energy. You know, it brings opposites like the feminine and masculine. It just integrates them all the time. You're in a warrior, like really grounding yourself, and then you bend like so gracefully, or you open your heart so gracefully. You're working with the feminine and masculine inside you all the time. So it's great balance.
First time when I did yoga, I released my emotions in the first session. So I really felt to cry, to take out some deep emotions I was not aware about. How do you explain this?
I explain this. It's first the breath, and like I said, connecting to your deeper levels. I mean, this body stores everything. Since you live it, since you're in it, since this is your home, like in your home, it's also your energy stays in your home. The same thing, your emotions, you store them inside the body. So you
don't let them express themselves all the time,
Yeah, or you're not even aware that you store them. That's the whole point. You breathe so deep into your body, into your muscles, into your tissues, that when you exhale, whoop, they come up. You touch them and then you bring them all up. And you process them and then you let go. That's the whole process of practicing. And there's no end to it. There's no beginning, there's no end to it. You just can't keep going, you know, through life through experience.
My last question is, what are the biggest surprises you had from the clients you had, and they were beginners, let's say? So the most surprising questions from them, for instance, or reactions?
Well, they're mostly like emotional reactions. I also see, I don't know, I don't have like a moment that I remember, but I've witnessed a few like emotional releases that you're explaining that really touched me too. Like from people that I was not expecting at all. Like they look like so tough, exactly, businesswoman and everything. And they come and they just break into tears and they're grateful. And that's for me the biggest gift, I guess. And questions, I don't know about questions, but people get shocked, even if they try not to show it, still trying to, you know, not express it, but I can see it. They're like, somebody pulled the rug under them and they leave the room and then they think and then they come back, they observe a bit more. Their mind try to figure out what the hell is going on inside here that they've never experienced before. So it's beautiful watching it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.